You know how Mariah Carey defrosts and says it's time after Halloween because she's the Christmas queen? Well, basically imagine me doing that right after Christmas because I'm the New Year's goals queen, and this is where I thrive. I thrive so much that I don't even know what to do. Like I'm like malfunctioning. Like I'm stressed with excitement. It is December 27th. Christmas is well and truly over. I took the last 2 days off. Other than that, I have been working all throughout December. And today we're right back to it. And I thought I would bring you guys along for yet another prep with me for New Year's / New Year's Eve reset vlog. I'm gonna be taking you along with me over the next couple of days on kind of what I'm doing, how I'm planning. I definitely have, in true Tam fashion, I've already written out the entire list of my 2025 goals. I've already got literally all of my vision board pictures ready. My Pinterest boards made. My room decluttered and organized, did that weeks ago. I've done a lot of the kind of basic things that most people would do as a year is coming to an end, so I wanted to bring you along with me for the rest of it because we already know all of that. But basically the first thing I'm going to be doing this morning is heading out to the shops because I'm starting a new little tradition for the new year and I need to go get supplies for it. So I thought I'd tell you a little bit about it. If you guys watched my last vlog, then you know I went to New York. It's been 1 whole week since I came back from New York. And on my last day, I actually picked up a crystal. This was not my intention. I was not planning on it. Something about this crystal that I saw in this store called out to me, particularly because days leading up to me going into that store, I kept getting so many TikToks on my For You page about crystals, which is weird because I never search it, I never talk about it, I never think about it. And I think that is truly what influenced me to buy this and I wouldn't have otherwise. When I tell you this crystal has already started to change my life, it's wild. And that is what is motivating me to be like, you know what, I'm gonna be a crystal girly, I'm gonna pour all of my love and consistency and devotion and effort into this crystal, which is green aventurine, by the way, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And I'm actually going to a crystal store in London today to get a special crystal which will charge this. So I basically need to go out and buy this thing called selenite today. You basically can put all of your crystals on selenite and it will keep them charged and ready for you to use. So yeah, that's very exciting. And then after I hit up that store, I need to go and buy the poster board for my vision board. So I don't even know where I'm gonna get that from. Normally I order it, so I'm gonna find that. And then the goal is tonight to finally sit down and make my vision board. And then to finish off today, I need to write up a new newsletter for my newsletter Self-Obsessed Scoop, which you guys can check out in the description. I'm drinking a coffee right now because I've been going through it this morning. I had the worst sleep of my life last night. I've had a headache all morning, but I'm pulling myself through. The coffee is fixing me up a little bit. It's giving me the energy I need. I put makeup on and straightened my hair for the first time in an entire week. That's pretty long for me. So I'm feeling very good about myself. I'm feeling myself. This is the outfit today. I've just got this long sleeve knit dress on with some sheer text tights, this long leather trench, and I'm gonna pair it with some knee-high suede lace-up boots. Fragrance of the day is Byredo Vanille Antique. Boyf got me this for Christmas and I've been wanting it for ages. I'm the biggest Byredo fan and I'm so glad I get to add to my little collection. Now that that's all done, let's get into the vlog. Before I head out to the shops, I actually want to show you one thing I've been doing over the last few weeks. So the first thing is that my journal is finally final. This has still got the shrink wrap on it. I need to open it up to film some content with it. But this is it, the Self-Obsessed journal. It's all ready. It's in the fulfillment center. It's going to be shipped out in the first week of January to everyone who has placed their orders. The link is in the description. I just wanted to show you guys because this is crazy. And oh my God, I will give you guys an exclusive look at actually the first sample of the journal. No one's seen this yet. This is what it was gonna look like originally, and it was gonna have a border all around the edge. I designed all of the journal by myself, by the way. This was actually a manufacturing mistake that this came out pink. This was always gonna be white. But yeah, it was gonna have a border. I can't actually show you guys this properly, but there's another line under here, but I just prefer this design. I feel like it's so much cleaner. So that's what a lot of December has looked like. And then one more thing I always like to do before a new year is change up my environment, even if it's in the smallest sense. And for a while, I've really wanted to get new bedside tables. I am gonna end up changing the bedside lamps. This is a little bit too big for what I wanna do with this, but how cute is this setup? Like, it's so girly, it's so cute. I'm obsessed. I actually picked this up when I was in New York. It was like one of the only things I bought and brought back. Super cute. I've still got a few things to add on to it. I love this. The bottom of the bedside table actually lights up, which is really cool. and the drawers are really nice and spacious. So that's a nice little addition. Doing some home improvements is definitely going to take part right before the new year. Over this weekend, I have set the very long task of basically taking every single thing out of all of our kitchen cupboards and reorganizing it all, because I know so much mess has accumulated over the 6 months of us living here. So I'm basically going to sort it all out. I don't want any disorganization. I don't want any mess bringing into the new year. I just want to be the best, newest, freshest version of myself with no mental or physical clutter coming in to disturb my peace. But with that being said, let's head out to the shops. Guys, I'm the first client in this crystal shop today. So the lovely lady I've just been chatting to, she's been teaching me all about the crystals, has given me this pot of crystals to do a lucky dip. I'm not supposed to look, just go in and see what I grab. Okay. Okay. Which one is this?
Tiger signs for courage, determination, action, wealth, stress and anxiety as well.
I need some of that. I need some of that. Okay, great, thank you. I came in for one crystal, ended up getting another aventurine for boyf, and then I ended up getting citrine as well and hematite, because I've just learned so much about crystals right now, so I'm really excited.
Because you know, tiger eye is the stone of like making stuff happen for you. So
I haven't heard about tiger eye. I actually had it on my list. Oh wow!
It's the stone of like, you know, in terms of businesses, like you are your business obviously, right?
Yeah.
It helps with like attracting good things. It's another stone very similar to the one that just bought, the hematite.
Yeah.
Attracting good things, new beginnings, new stuff in your life. Like it's the nicest thing.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet. Have a good day. Okay, back from my little shopping trip. It was so fun, guys. I went to the crystal store, walked away with so much more than I was planning to get, but it's fine because I had such a nice time chatting with the lady. She was so sweet. It was the nicest time. So I got this really cute selenite slab. This is to charge all crystals. So nice. And you know what? I might even keep it on the bedside table because it's cute. And then I walked away with citrine. To be fair, this was on my radar and I did want it. I feel like it would go really well with green aventurine. And then these two crystals, the lady told me a little bit about, and I was like, you know what? I'll just take them. So one is Tiger's Eye, which I was actually getting TikToks about. So I feel like I was meant to get this. I actually got this for free because the lady was like, you know what, here, have a lucky dip and you just pick out whichever crystal kind of calls out to you. And she was talking about, you know, how this really links into the other crystals I have already. So I'm so excited to use this because I've heard amazing things about it. It's also about like abundance and stuff. And then this was the one that she told me about and I thought I'll buy this. It's called hematite. She was wearing a hematite bracelet. Oh, it's because we were making conversation and I was asking her like, oh, what's your favorite crystal? And she said hematite. And this is all about making good connections, making good impressions on people, being at peace. I also went to Ryman and I picked up 2 poster boards. These are both A2 size. I'm so glad they had it in stock. I went to Boots and I picked up another NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer Pot. I did get one of these recently and I'm in love with it, but it's a shade like slightly too light for my skin. So instead I use it as an eyeshadow base. That's in the shade Custard. I want something that's gonna exactly match my skin for no makeup days, and I think this is going to be an absolute game changer. This is in the shade Ginger. Matcha has come to say hi. Hi baby, love you. She always lets me give her kisses now. Ooh. Okay, you can go there. And then lastly in the haul, you know I had to go to Waterstones. I ended up picking up a new book, and this is gonna start off my 2025 really nicely. It's called Women Living Deliciously by Florence Given. I read her first book, Women Don't Owe You Pretty, years ago, like when I was in university, and I loved it. So this, I think, is just such a nice way. I'm at a point in my self-development journey now where I go into the bookstore and I just pick out what calls to me rather than like having a list of books I want to read, because everything I've ever wanted to read I have read. So now it's just like what looks like it has a nice vibe, I'm gonna pick that up. So I'm super excited. This, which has just come out, was actually on a table stocked next to a pile of my books. So anytime I go into Waterstones in Canary Wharf and I buy a new book, when I'm checking out, I'm like, by the way, my book is actually stocked here, so I'd love to sign a few copies. Some of the staff there know that it's me and they're like, yeah, of course. But today a new person was serving me and he was like, no way. He was like, you wrote this book? And I was like, yeah. So that was fun. I just signed a bunch of those, which is always fun because I get so many DMs from you guys saying that you wish you could get a signed copy. So that's me trying to make it as accessible to you as possible. It's a little bit later now. Got my hair up. Oh, you just ruined my lying. Anyways, it's a little bit later now. Put my hair up, got my new PJ set on. How cute is this? This is from River Island. And put all the mood lighting on in the apartment. Got my Spotify set up on the TV. Matcha's here and ready to join in. I've got a freshly poured cup of relaxing tea and the whole vision board setup, which consists of an A2 poster board, a roll of tape, but you can use a glue stick, scissors of course, and then all of my pictures, which I print off using an app called Free Prints. I've been using this since I was in school. And we are ready for 2025 vision board making. Got all of my images here, and I'm feeling the pressure. This is really, really big. I'm gonna be looking at this every single day for a year now, which is crazy, but let's get right into it. So the first thing I do is separate all of my pictures into categories of what kind of goals they are, because I like to organize my vision board per goal. By the way, since this is the vlog channel, it's just a very casual like vision board along with me in real time. But if you want like a step-by-step tutorial of my strategy and how I do it, there is a tutorial on my main channel. It got so many views and so many of you loved it, and it's got all of my advice that I have learned from years of vision board making. So this is a self-care goal, this is a materialistic goal, this is a business goal, business. And basically a few weeks ago, I wrote out a list of all of my 2025 goals in my notes app. Like I thought about it for over 24 hours. Like it took a long time. Then I went onto Pinterest, made so many boards with each category of my goal, and then I picked out the images that stood out the most for me. I only have 50 pictures here. You want to choose the most important pictures, whereas I do have Pinterest vision boards as well that go into more detail and have a lot more images. Oh my God, pause the vision board making. Look at this picture. It's a Louboutin box with black Louboutin heels. Wait for it. One less thing to put on the vision board. For context, if you didn't know, I just got these 2 days ago for Christmas from boyf, so already manifested it. Well, we can just, why can't I rip this? I can't rip it. Oh. Okay, since trimming out all of my images, I always place it on the board. I've spent the last like 20 minutes reorganizing, rearranging things, and by making some more trims, every single image has been able to fit on the board. It's always a tight squeeze, but I've just changed stuff around, and now I'm finally happy with the layout. So all I have to do is just pick up each image and I'm gonna tape it down, and then I'm literally all done. So to briefly run you through it, because I am gonna come out with another main channel video in the first week of January that talks you through every goal individually and compares it to last year's vision board, so that will come out. Down here I've got, weirdly, self-care ended up taking up 50% of this year's vision board, which is wild. I just never thought that would happen. But these last 2 months, it's been a really big thing for me that's contributed to my happiness. So yeah. And then up here we've got connection, people, love. We've got 3 materialistic goals only. We've got loads of career goals there, a few goals there to do with business, 3 places I want to travel to: LA, Dubai. The third one is just a resort, like a resort holiday, but that I want to do with boyf. Then we've got like beauty, so like fitness, long hair, clear skin, good food, gut health, Pilates, going to the spa, early bedtime. Yeah, and that's it. And there's some really big stuff on there, like certain publications that I want to be in, certain financial milestones, like I've got numbers on there, which is so exciting. And then right in the middle of the board, this was an image, I didn't think it was gonna go in the middle, but I thought that it was the best. So this image is obviously just like somebody planning out who they wanna be, their goal life and stuff. And it was really important for me to put it on there because I never wanna lose that part of me. I always wanna hold myself accountable, be consistent, do constant reviews and check-ins on where I'm going. And I thought actually that's a great way to put it in the middle of the board because all of the lines are kind of connecting to everything I wanna do. However, I will say I don't like the phrase future me for the vision board. I think it places it out of your like current power and current reality, and it just, I don't know, it's like affecting the positive vibes for me. So I'm actually gonna go over that, put a piece of paper down, and I'm gonna write 2025 me instead, so it feels more achievable and realistic in this moment. By the way, some of you don't even know that I achieved some of these things yet, but I will be explaining it all in my main channel video. Goodbye to the old board, it's done, there's no more inspiration to take out of it, it's complete, so that's gonna go in the bin, and say hello to the finished and brand new board. But as I said, you will see more in the first 2025 main channel video of mine. Good morning, everyone. Let's head to the gym together. Got back from the gym and quickly threw on this outfit and tried to get a little bit ready because I now have a 10 a.m. nail appointment that I'm gonna go to. I'm gonna get a manicure and a pedicure so I'm nice and fresh for the new year. These desperately need to be sorted. Hey guys! I grabbed a matcha and now I'm back home from my nail appointment and insane, I am obsessed. This is really different for me. I don't normally do nail art, but these are just so cute and I think so perfect for the new year. They're sparkly, but they're still nice and minimal that they'll go with everything. I'm honestly so happy with them. I also got my regular French tip on my toes. So I'm feeling very nice, very clean, groomed, neat and put together, ready for the new year. Okay, so plan of action today. Now that I got all of my little work bits and errands done yesterday, we can focus on new year prep. So plan of action is take the Christmas tree down. I like to get it down as soon as possible so then I can just put myself in the mindset of like, okay, it's new year, new phase, Christmas is done. Then I want to do just general organizing and decluttering. I really want to tackle the kitchen. We've lived here for 6 months and I don't think I've ever really fully organized all the kitchen cabinets. And it's one of those things where like, although you can't see it, you know when it's in the back of your mind and it's just bothering you? I want to fix that. It's going to be a huge job, but I basically plan on taking everything out of the kitchen cupboards and then just organizing things so everything has a nice system and a nice flow. One thing I did do yesterday, aside from all of my work, was in the hallway we have like 4 cupboards where we keep shoes and just random house stuff. I literally took everything out, found so much stuff that we just haven't used in so many months, threw so much of that stuff away and then organized everything so it all has its place. And again, while it's so insignificant, like we maybe open that cupboard once a day to grab a pair of shoes, it has put me so at peace. This morning when I grabbed my trainers to go out, I was like, instantly, this is making me feel better. Honestly, it makes all the difference. So yeah, lots of organization. I want to batch some social media content as well. That way I can just ease into the new year and again, just not have that stress of like to-do list. And then I need to do my glam and get ready because tonight, boyf and I are going on our last date of the year. Now we are spending New Year's Eve together and we're actually just going out, just the 2 of us for it. But today is going to be like our last just regular going out just because date. And I'm so excited. We've booked this really nice sushi restaurant and I want to get really nice and dressed up because honestly, all week long, I've basically just been in sweats at home working and doing things or just chilling because it was Christmas. So I'm really excited to get dressed up. And then after that, it will bring us to the end of the vlog. But right before I get started with everything I just said, I'm gonna do one of my favorite New Year rituals, which is to organize my Spotify. I know that sounds so effing crazy and so type A, but there is a reason to this. Basically, I'm a big music girly. I believe that there is very much a soundtrack to my entire life. I love listening to my affirmations playlist in the morning when I'm doing my skincare routine. I feel like it sets me up for the right day. When let's say I'm going somewhere first thing in the morning, I have like really upbeat pop music to listen to because I feel like it sets the tone of my day. I have my chill music playlist, which I like to play when I'm reading or cooking or winding down for the evening. And then I just have my general like favorite songs which help me get through the icky to-do list tasks of every day, e.g. cleaning my room or doing chores or doing dishes or even doing or like editing TikTok videos and stuff like that. But what I found is every day I'm going on Spotify and I'm trying to play music, but I just find myself going skip, 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 skip. Like how often does anyone actually sit down and refine their playlist and like take out all the stuff that they just don't listen to? Because I've had songs in here for years and they clearly bother me because I never play them anymore. I want to be able to open up my music app, play it, and it's just banger after banger. And I just feel like that would be so much nicer. So yeah, I'm literally just gonna go through each of my playlists one by one, take out all of the songs that I find myself skipping, and then just try and find new music. On top of sorting out my Spotify, I do every year sort out my Pinterest as well, but that's normally a very lengthy task. And I actually already did it all 2 weeks ago. It took me an entire day, I'm not even gonna lie. And I just took out all of the pins that just weren't inspiring me anymore and just searched for a bunch of new ones, which I love because anytime I'm having like a low inspiration or low motivation day and I go onto Pinterest and I have all of these new images, it just helps me generate new ideas. On top of that, while I do always make a physical vision board, I also always make a Pinterest vision board because the best thing about Pinterest is that you can have thousands of images, whereas a physical vision board, you can only choose around 50. But this year I did something slightly different for my 2025 vision board. You guys might be able to see within the 2025 vision board, I have all of these separate sections because I wanted to be even more extra and plan out every single area of my life to the dot. One thing I've never done is make a vision board section for appearance. I want to honestly just be strategic and plan like what does my most ideal self look like? What is her routine? What are the material things she has? What does her home look like? What is her lifestyle like? And I feel like Pinterest is the best way to plan it. If you guys want a closer look at this, I actually spoke really in detail about this in my newsletter, Self-Obsessed Scoop. In the 5th edition of the newsletter, I actually provide screenshots of what I've done for my year. So definitely check it out because the link is below in the description. But since Pinterest is done, I'm gonna sort out my Spotify. Oh my gosh! That's your first time doing that! Guys, Matcha's just is climbing up the tree. How have you managed that? And here I thought the whole Christmas season you were so good, you didn't mess with the tree. She's literally gonna fall through some branches. Okay, running a little late, but I just got ready for mine and boy's last day. This is my outfit. We're gonna go out for a little dinner in Soho. Got my heels on. And this is just such a nice way to end the day after doing so much organizing and decluttering and errands. So we are probably just gonna talk so much about our years, recapping us as a couple, our goals together as a couple for the new year. That's normally our tradition for our last date of every year. So come join us. We got dessert. Oh, gorgeous. Hello everyone, it's later on in the evening now. Came back from the dinner date with boyf. It was so nice. The food, it was absolutely incredible. We loved it. And then we came back home. I had like loads of stories to upload. I've basically been vlogging all of my days every single day on Snapchat. So if you guys hate that you have to wait once a week for a vlog, follow me on Snapchat at tamkaur, because that's where all the good stuff is. So I was basically editing that, uploading it all, then I was going through all my comments and then just doing loads of other errands, and I was playing with Matcha, and now it is almost time to get ready for bed. But I have one more New Year reset little task to do, which normally at this time, right before I get ready for bed, I plan my day, right? So I look through my calendar, I look through all my work tasks, and I start blocking out everything I have to do. But since literally in 2 days is the new year, I'm gonna plan my entire week ahead like I normally do every Sunday, but then also take it a step further, and I'm basically gonna reference the goals list I wrote for 2025, and I am going to start putting in calendar blocks in my calendar app. Now, I made a habit to do this at the end of every month throughout 2024, so of course I'm gonna already make sure the first month of 2025 is covered. So an example of this is like, in 2024, my goal was to start investing. So what I would do is every month on like the 28th, when it was coming to the end, I would have a recurring calendar notification that said, invest this amount of income, put this amount into savings account, etc, etc. Another one of my goals for 2024 was to be more consistent on all of my social platforms. So I had like 2 weekly notifications that repeated every single week that said batch Instagram content, batch TikTok videos, then different days it said batch edit. This meant that every single week I never had to think about things, but literally just reading through my calendar or getting to-do list notifications meant that I was ticking off all of my New Year's resolutions without having to think about it or make a strategy or like set aside time to think, oh my God, like 6 months has passed and I haven't done anything. I have booked myself in for a Pilates class first thing in the morning tomorrow. Yes, please. I am already, you know, we're getting into the routine, we're making sure it's solid before January even starts. So I'm gonna finish off writing all of that up, planning my week, putting those notifications in to just make achieving my dream life as easy as possible. And with that being said, I'm gonna say good night because it's almost time to go to sleep so I can make that class in the morning. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, just watching me kind of prep. By the time you're watching this, it's actually already 2025, so Happy New Year, let me say it here first. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, comment down below, let me know what you thought. And next Sunday, stay tuned because I will be vlogging the first few days of how I spend 2025, what I'm doing once the new year comes, like with all of these kind of systems and structures I've set into place to help it be as effortless and smooth as possible. So make sure you subscribe and turn my notifications on so you don't miss it. I appreciate you so much. Be sure to check out all of the links below in the description to see everything else I do. I have a guided journal. I wrote a self-love book, which so many of you are reading for 2025, which I love, by the way. I vlog every single day on Snapchat. I post mini self-development videos daily on TikTok. There's just so many things because I am determined to help you become the best version of yourself in 2025. So I'll see you next time. Bye.